Hello and welcome to another Wuchang Fallen Feathers boss guide. In today's guide, we'll be talking about none other than the most skill check, first real difficult boss you'll face in this game, which is Commander Honglan herself. In this guide, more than anything, I will be talking about a few ways to, or the few things that I think will make her fight easier without the use of magic or any other kind of cheese. We are strictly talking a two-handed weapon build, so if that's what you're looking for, let's get right into it. So at this point in the game, the best weapon and armor set you're going to be running towards are the Lashing Whip, which of course I am a plus 10 because this is New Game Plus Plus. But at this point, you should be at least around a plus 4 on your Lashing Whip. And the other thing we're going to want to talk about that I think is very important when it comes to this boss fight is the armor set, because armor actually does make quite a bit of difference in this game. So the armor set you're going to want to run is the Centipede set, which can be acquired from one of the traders after you beat the Centipede boss. This armor gives you the most bang for your buck as far as slash and blunt resist, and kind of helps in kind of keeping you alive more than anything. The next thing we're going to talk about, of course, is our Jade pendants. Honestly, at this point in the game, you should probably have two pendants just by nature of kind of exploring. You should have two pendants that give you damage reduction. That is what we're going to prioritize. And then for our spells, we're going to prioritize the Divine Ward as well, which can be purchased from the Panda Merchant for 3 bamboo shoots. This also gives us more damage reduction. Items I like to run, of course, are the ones that give us stamina recovery, such as the flowers and the Crimson Lantern Fruit, which gives us less stamina per action we do. When we actually get into the skills and the temperance, we are going to be following the standard skill tree as far as the two-handed swords. Most importantly, we're going to want any skills in the earlier sections that give us Skyborn Might for attacking. This includes this one right there that is on our second attack, and this one down here, which is on our fifth attack. This will give us a free way to get a bunch of free Skyborn Might, which is going to be very useful in this kind of strategy that I'm going to teach you about, as far as some other things. If you're far enough in the tree to actually have your temperance, I know some people aren't high enough level to be here yet, but if you are, I recommend getting the Poised Branch Needle. As with most of the human enemies in this game, Commander Honglan is more than anything very susceptible to being poise broken, and it can be very helpful in the fight. So now that we actually have everything we need for this boss fight, let's actually get into the boss fight itself. So right off the bat, she's always going to do this lunging stab attack, and you can almost always abuse her on that first move. Though most of the time, if you hit her more than 2 or 3 times, she's going to immediately counterattack. So the whole premise of this build and this strategy specifically is we are going to, for at least the first phase, be spamming our L1 at a distance while she tries to be jumpy and kind of spinning with her moves. This makes it so that not only do we outrange her, but we're also breaking her poise from a distance without putting ourselves in too much danger. As of course, some of these clips I'm still taking some unnecessary hits, but once you actually figure out the 3 or 4 moves that she's consistently going to use, like that stomp for instance, you will more than likely always be able to follow her moveset and tail the first half at least, and make it relatively simple. Now, when we actually get into the second phase, I think is when we're going to actually want to change up our strat. This is when she becomes more than anything super aggressive and has a ton of water-based slash abilities that can hit you from various places around the map, and she's going to be constantly casting them. The most important thing with this more than anything is we are going to match the aggressiveness that she has, and we're going to try to just dodge through most of her attacks, as most of them do have a pretty decent windup. Anytime she does the long lunge attack that she did in the beginning is a good time to heal, and anytime she kind of just like stalls out after she does a full moveset is a great time to heal as well. More than anything, we're just going to be pushing our aggressiveness this second half of the fight, and should be able to beat her relatively easily if you are spamming your L1 as her poise is broken, and well, you probably do a good amount of damage. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and good luck with this boss fight, as it can be a bit tricky, but I think it's ultimately pretty fun.